This is World Food Day celebration.
What are we talking about really when we talk about where the climate crisis and the food system intersect? So throughout all these parts, we'll be harvesting action. Because what's the best way to create change?
Right? Food systems are both a contributor as well as a victim of climate change. So we need to tackle them both, from focusing just purely on staple crops, right, and seeing them as commodities, to encourage farmers and private sector for more diverse production so that healthy diets become more affordable. And that is also better for the environment.
Can we channel this investment into sustainable farming systems and options that will enhance our food to scale, that will ensure that we have sustainable food production? And agroecology has proved to give us these options.
For me, thinking big is about thinking towards the pathway of justice and equity in our food system.
We need a systems approach. We need a food systems approach, and not just looking at small solutions, which are really fantastic and make us very enthusiastic.
So there are lots of these new and innovative ideas which can be true game changers, but they're not currently part of that policy narrative. And we need to make that, because otherwise, just with what we have in our toolbox, we're not going to achieve the challenge that we face with. So I think policy landscape is not ambitious enough, and we need to step up that ambition, and that's by bringing ideas which are truly transformative onto the table.
What do you yourself see happening at this intersection of climate and food? What really concerns you? What do you see that you feel everyone should know?
I think we should really focus on the good practices that have been mentioned today. But what I've taken from everything I've heard, I think it's very important to have a long-term perspective on these solutions.
We're going to need to change our diets. We're going to need to change how we produce things. And that is also very much a cultural transition.
Now is the moment that we stand face to face with all these challenges that we face.
How do you link these key actions that we've now together identified today to coherent outcomes?
Use the local knowledge a lot more, actually. And we should also really look at the local context and the opportunities that are there.
We hear things about agroecology, we hear about the consumption patterns that we have to change, and we also hear that finance is not going sometimes in the right directions. Access to finance is an issue, so all things that matter have been put on the table. I really like that.
We need action and we need determined coalitions, everyone at the table. So that includes big corporations, consumers, civil society and governments.
We are the youth, the world to come. We are the rain, the landscape, the sun.
What was discussed today? Well, we touched upon many issues, and I think it was great that we had this overview of how all these aspects are interlinked within the food systems.
And I thought it was really interesting because we had people from different backgrounds. One woman was from nutrition, another person from the NFP, other people from research institution. And I think today really helped to put that into perspective. So I'm thankful.
We are the youth, the mindful consumers. We are the West, the South, the East. We share a responsibility. We stand face to face, face to face, face after face. We are the landscape, the market, the plastic. We are indigenous knowledge. We are ecology, agriculture, permaculture. We are the farmers. We are today. We are today, we are the leaders, we are the speakers, and perhaps our actions will be the key. Dank jullie wel. Thank you.